Welcome to this video. Now in this video we are going to create an HMI for a process. So what is a process? I'm going to show you the process first. So this is a very simple process. I have a conveyor and when I run this conveyor, this is running some objects on the conveyor, and we have a sensor to count if the object is metal or non-metal, and we are counting this object. And we can stop the conveyor from these two buttons here, but we want to do that from the HMI. Okay. And if you're interested to know how I created this is created on Simomatic. You can go to simomatic.com and check out the trial version, which allows you to create digital twin for 30 days. Okay. Now the environment is created and the PLC is running and which is controlling this environment. So this is basically controlled by a PLC program, which you can see here. So I have speed input, metal count, non-metal count, total count. All right. And the motor state. So if I reduce my speed, you can see here, this is connected in real time. So I make it 50 and now my speed is reduced to 50%. So we're going to monitor that and control that from the HMI. That's the task. So this is my data, which I want to connect to my Smart HMI. Super nice. So let me just stop that. Okay. Now let's go to our designer. In this case, let me just bring this to my another screen. And if you check our requirement, we have to create an HMI factory control. You have two buttons, start, stop, conveyor, motor speed slider, metal box count, non-metal box count, total box counts, and speed output, which is the feedback of the speed. So we have to first add an OPC UA server in our designer. So this is my project, which we created in the last video. If you haven't seen that, please go back to my last video, check how we created that. So we're going to add now the data to my factory screen. In this case, first I go to my IO manager and add my OPC UA server. In this case, create an entry, and I will put here Siemens PLC, and I want to put my OPC UA endpoint URL, which is my IP address of the OPC UA server, and the port address. That's it. I have no username and password configured. I can click apply. And if I select this one, I should be seeing the status. It is connected and communicating. Super easy to connect your HMI with OPC UA server, which is on the same network. All right, let's go back to process data manager. And here we're gonna add the tags, which is very easy. Go to the browse. Select your OPC UA server, which is Siemens, and you can go to the object, PLC1, data block global, HMI, and there you are, all the data blocks, all the tags defined here. So I can select these tags and add it to my project. So I can right click, create variable, okay, right click, create variable, okay, and so on. All right, so I have added all the variables from my OPC UA server. Click on close, and here you can see on the bottom, all the variables are available here from here. All right, so what I can do is if I want, I can predefine some properties of my tags. For example, this is my metal count, this is integer, and that's the base name. If you want, you can do that. You can change that as well. The only thing what I want to do is I can define its name. In this case, I will go to my data and I want to define the label. So in this case, I will go to set, click on plus, inherit, append. Here, I want to define what I want to show you. On the HMI, I will call it metal count. So click on apply. I go to my second one. Similarly, I will do that for the other variables. It's a kind of work, but it's just in the beginning. Later on, you will see how easy it is to use these names into your project. Update the items, click on yes, it's updated. Let's go back to the layout manager, and now you can just drag and drop the widgets here, connect that to the relevant tag, and there you go. That's all you need to do here. Let's try to add some data here in our containers. Now in this container, let me just see if I have already given the padding. So this container has a padding of 16 all around it. this as well, and this as well. Perfect. In this case, let's add some trend here. So I will go to my widget list and bring a trend and bring it here. This is my trend where I want to show a speed input. Okay, I'll come to the tag later. Here I want to show some buttons. So I can go to my widget list and go to the widget, add a button. So this is the button which will start the conveyor. Now you can see that this is the label. And if I go to config, connect this button to my start tag in my PLC, it will automatically rename that to start conveyor. Pretty nice. Now if I go to my style, I can give a styling to this button. I can select the button here. And now I want this button to have a green color for starting the conveyor, which will make it easy for a user to know where to start. So here I can give a green color. Looks pretty nice. And this button, I have to make sure in the config, I tick this item, write on off values when pressed or released. This is very important. On value is 1, off value 0, because this is a Boolean button. Very nice. I can copy this one and paste here. This is my stop, and I will just first give it a margin of 8 pixels or whatever margin you want to give. Go to config, change the tag to my stop. Super easy. And go to the styling, check the button again, give it a different color. In this case, I will give maybe a little bit of red to indicate it's a stop button. Super nice. Now I want to give a speed input, which I can give using a slider. Okay, so this is my slider here. Drag and drop, super easy. Give a margin of 8 pixel, and now my slider is my speed input. Go to the items, and here you can find speed in. Apply. That's your set speed. And I can have my feedback speed here. Before that, I can also add some more like metal count and non-metal count, which is also super nice. I can give a text display here, and this is my label. And this is my, let's say, non-metal count. Apply. I can have a metal count. Basically, I can just copy paste this one. This could be my metal count. Apply. And if you want to give a spacing, you can go to style, give a margin of 8 pixel on the top, 8 on the bottom. There you go. Here I want to have a speed feedback, but in the gauge. You know, it's totally up to you, whatever you want to show here, which way you want to show here. I will just use a speed gauge. And here I can go to config and select the item. It's my feedback speed. Click apply. Super easy. You see, all my tags are interlinked in fraction of a second. And here I want to have a tag speed input. I just want to see how much speed user is giving here. Okay, you can do that. You can do speed out, speed in, temperature level, whatsoever you want. So here I want to give speed input. For that, I have to first define my tag into my recorder manager. This I have explained in the last video, how you can add a trend demo. And here I can just add it here and another item. And in this case, I will take speed input, where it is, our speed in, apply, select the trend, apply. So here I have my speed input. Perfect, apply, and then you go back to layout manager, go to your trend chart, select which value you want, speed input, apply. And here you have display duration of 60 seconds, which you can see here. You can also reduce that to, let's say, 30 seconds. And then it has a display duration of 30 seconds. Super nice. So now your screen is ready. Let's preview that first in our computer. So save the project and preview that here. This is my simulated value. Here you have your PLC value now. So PLC values are here. Let me bring back my project, minimize, set the screens, and here you go. I can zoom out a little bit, play, and here we have our HMI. We can start the conveyor. And with this button, conveyor should be running, which is not. I have to check why. All the time bugs are coming. Let me select it. And oh, here we go. Now it's running. Maybe it's some delay in the communication. And now I can increase the speed. And you can see that speed is increased here, 71%. Conveyor is running, and here you can see the metal count 33, non-metal count 36. So with this information, metal count should increase. Our non-metal count should increase. Now it's 34, and you have a set speed, and the graph is not running now because I have to check one more thing. Let me close that again. Here I can say start in live mode. Now you can see that it's in live mode. Save and open preview again. You can maximize that. You can actually have different buttons to start and stop the graph. I just do the shortcut for that. Okay, let me go that here again. Now you have your speed input, and here I can do reduce the speed, and this should be reduced, and conveyor I can start and stop from my HMI screen. And you can see that the status here. Super nice. So in fraction of seconds or minutes, we have created our HMI screen for our virtual environment, which could be a real environment, because you know that I'm using a Siemens PLC, which could be in the real environment. But this is just to understand how you can fetch the information from your factory and show it in your screen. All right, now what we want to do, let me stop the conveyor. We want to visualize that in our ctrlX core, not in the computer. In this case, what I can do is first I have to save the project, which is already saved. I have to publish the project. Let's publish that. This is going to publish my project, and then we have to transfer this project into ctrlX core because ctrlX core has a runtime running it. Okay, this is the last step to download this project onto the ctrlX core. Let's see that in fraction of minutes. So project seems to be published. There we go. And I will just close it. It's already published. Here we go. Project 1 is here. We go to Remote Runtime Manager. And here we have to put our IP address, which is here. Connect that. Put your username and password. Okay, connected. Now this is the remote WebIQ server. We have already project 1. I can stop this project. Now this is a project 1 on my computer, which I just updated. Let's move that to ctrlX core, and we have to replace that with a new project. Super fast and super easy. Project is being transferred. You see, I'm not writing a single piece of code. Everything is just by visits, drag and drop, super easy. Click OK. Now project is updated. You can play the project or start the project, and we're going to visualize that very soon into our browser. Here we go. We go to the browser, and it's an extra browser. I will maybe bring it outside. Here we go, and the same username and password which we used to create the project. Login, and now we have the screen. This is our, okay, my computer is getting very slow because a lot of windows. And this is our factory screen. You can see that it's working good. I can start the conveyor now, and now this information is going from ctrlX core to my Siemens PLC without any computer in between. So this, you can see that I'm using the IP address, and this IP address you can put to any of your device which is in the same network to access this HMI. All right. So start conveyor, stop conveyor, and you can visualize your data for the non-metal count, metal count, and the speed feedback. Super easy onto your ctrlX core. How easy it is to create HMIs on your ctrlX core using Smart HMI WebIQ. All right, last part of the project which I wanted to mention before I stop this video. So this example 2 is done. Example 3 is we have to create some notification, and we have to set up a recorder, which we already did. Set up the parameters, we already did that. Add a trend widget, which we already did that. What you can also do is you can set up an alarm here. Okay, this will be interesting. So let's quickly set up an alarm and then display that into our ctrlX core. This is very easy and very interesting. Let's go back to our, let me just stop the environment first. And let's go back to our designer. I can close this runtime manager, go back to my project. And let's say I want to create an alert. Okay. In this case, what I can do is let's just go back to our project. All right, here we are. And we can go inside our screen. We are in the screen. Here comes the screen 2. Let me just close my PLC because my computer is heavily loaded. So I will close my TR portal in this case. All right, so now we want to create an alert. In this case, you can see that we have an alarm manager. Okay, we can navigate to alarm manager, and here I can create an alarm. So in this case, go to plus, and alarm index by default, I keep it 0. You can put the description. Let's say high speed alert. Alarm description, alarm level, it's like you can have it as an alarm or as a warning or as an info. I will keep it as an alarm. Group index, I will also keep it 0. And trigger item, which item I want to trigger. So in this case, I can say if my speed input is more than 70, I want to create an alarm. This is just for example, right? You can do this for any parameter. So condition, I will say if my speed input value, oops, not here. This is my condition. And my condition says if my speed input is greater than or equivalent to 75, I will have an alarm. And I want to log this alarm and I want to acknowledge this alarm. All right, I want to have these two things. Click apply. So this alarm has been generated. You can see that alarm is here. Now I can go back to my layout manager and I see I don't have much space here for the alarm. What I can do is I can split this screen into 2. Okay, in this case, I can have 2. So here what I can do is I can go to my widget list. And let's see where we can find the alarms. I have an alarm list. I can put alarm info or alarm list. Let's put the list inside this container. And we have the alarm list here. This list is quite big because this is predefined size inside. I can maybe make it a little bit smaller. Normally this alarm list needs some more space. So what we can do is we can actually create my left container a little bit. You can resize the left container to 30%, which also doesn't look nice, maybe 40%, and the right container to 60%. This still looks better. Now in this alarm, I will automatically get the alarm if the speed increases more than 75%, or how much was it? Let me check. So it was the alarm manager. The alarm was when the value is more than 75. All right, super nice. Save it, preview, and let's see how does it look like. There we go. This is my PLC. Now the speed input, if I increase to more than 70. So right now this is close to 55. I increase more. So now it's more than 70. You can see that alarm has been generated. And there's automatically buttons for detail and acknowledge. How amazing is that? You don't have to do any configuration. You already have alarms when it is coming and when it was acknowledged. So if I acknowledge this alarm, now they say now alarm is acknowledged. And if you go to detail, you will see that it has been acknowledged at this time. Okay. You can also see when it was gone. So if I reduce the speed, and now the alarm is gone. If I go to detail, you will see that it was gone at this time. All right. So amazing. So easy it is to show the alarm, and you can have a detail about the alarm. So you can also have warning as a category or notification, or you can also have acknowledgement of all of them. So nice, right? Now, last but not the least, I want to show you what I want to do with these buttons. So these buttons I can use to navigate quickly to another screen. So let's say I want to use this button to go to my home screen, which is this screen, and just a navigation, right? And this button I want to use to create a pop-up. All right, this you can also do that. Super easy. Actually, it's not that difficult. So let's go out of the panel first, because we were inside the panel. We can now select this button. And once you select this button, you can go to configure. And in the configure, you have several things you can do with this button. So what I want to do with this button, click here and say I want to set view. So I can go to my set view, click on plus, and then I can say, okay, where do I want to set? Set to my panel, which is my multi-screen panel. And I want to go to my home screen because this is my home button. Okay, that's it. That's it, what you have to do. And now what I can do is I can select this button, and I want to use this button to create a pop-up or a dialog. So what you can do is first you need to add a dialog. So you can go to your hierarchy, and I will go to my root, and I will go to my widget, and I want to add a dialog here. So let's see where we can find that. must be in the panel overlay. Here you go, dialog box. So I will click it, bring it to my root screen. Oops, we have to do that again. Dialog, you can bring it to your root screen. Here you go, the dialog is here. I can make it bigger. And in this dialog, I can define what I want to do. Let's go inside. And now what I can do is, this already has my vertical container in this dialog. It's here. I can maybe style it to 100%. So the height should be 100%. And what I want to mention here, I want to mention, if you have seen this video, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. So just want to show you a small example what you can do here. So you go to your widgets and go to the text, put the text here, and let's go to hierarchy. First, take the content to make it look nicer. Let's make a padding of 16 pixel in all direction. Go to the hierarchy and select your text. Go to config, write the text. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. I'm sure you like my content, so I would like to put this as a text, which was shown as a pop-up. And to make the styling of this text, you can select the text value from here, from the IQ styling, and select the font size, let's say 25, and in the center. This is your pop-up in the dialog. Save it, and let's preview that. Very nice. So now we have the whole HMI ready. You can go to the factory screen from here. So the factory data is coming in the live mode. You can change the data as well to change the speed. And here you have oh, I haven't defined that yet. Sorry about that. I'm sometimes so fast, I forget things. So let's go back out of the dialog box. All right, here we are. Just select the button and select the action. I can say dialog and plus. Now I have to mention which dialog. I have one dialog box, just one. I want this to be shown. Okay, super easy. Save that, preview that, and there we go. So now my project is compiled and I can visualize that. So here I can click. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. You can use it for anything. You can basically use it for the help files. If you want to understand how the screen works, you can create a help button here or help button here, and you can have a pop-up to understand what you should do, what you should not do, or any other information you want to give about the factory. And this will bring you to the home screen. All right. So this is about how you can have multiple screen using Smart HMI WebIQ. And last step, we have to publish this project into the ctrlX core. So I can publish that now. And then I will transfer this project into my ctrlX core to visualize the results. So the project is being published. Here we go, publishing HMI projects. Project publish, and I can go here, go to my runtime manager. Here we are. Now I have runtime manager. I can select the IP address of my ctrlX core, connect, put the username, admin, password, Bosch Rexroth, click OK. Now we are connected. Here is my Bosch Rexroth ctrlX core project. I can stop that, and that's my updated project. Move it to ctrlX core, transferring project, and it's gonna be there in fraction of seconds. Done. Okay, perfect. Now I can open this project. So I can first start it. Starting HMI project and visualize it. So here we go. I can actually bring it here like the last time. Log in using my project credentials. And here we have our factory data. Let's play that. Running in the real time. So this was about how you can Make your screen in WebIQ Designer, download into the ctrlX core and run in the WebIQ Runtime. And you can see the real-time action of your factory in your HMI. Here you can see that now the alarm is here. You can acknowledge that as well. And with this, you have a pop-up. So please like this video and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to create more content on different technologies for you. And here is my going to home screen. So that was it. I hope you liked this video. If you have any doubt or anything you want to mention, don't forget to comment on this video. I would be happy to answer whatever questions do you have. And go ahead, check out this WebIQ Designer. This is available for free 30 days trial period. You will not regret it. You will definitely like this software. I personally like it because how easy it is to have a responsive design and use this software, connect to the OPC UA server. You can also do that with Modbus and MQTT, which is also available in Smart HMI. All right. So this was about today's topic. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and comment, because I'm going to bring more videos for you. See you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.